Spurs fans, we got a double dose of bad news last night. We're going to talk about it in a moment. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. I saw the news about Jeremy Sochan breaking his thumb last night. I was like, I don't know if I want to put up a video during the election. I'll wait till the next day. But then I also caught a double dose of news with Pop. So we're going to get into this article from Pounding the Rock about Jeremy Sochan in just a minute. But I do think we should address the Pop information first. This was reported by Shams of ESPN. He said last night, Malika, I'm told that it was a health issue, and it was a serious health issue that the Spurs dealt with and Greg Popovich dealt with over the weekend. It was a situation on Saturday night's pregame that Greg Popovich needed medical attention in San Antonio. It is still uncertain when he's going to make it back on the floor, on the sidelines for this team. There is a great level of concern around the situation for the Spurs for Greg Popovich. So we don't know what it is. We may never know, but it apparently is a serious issue, Spurs fans. Pop is 75, and I've said on this channel, and quite frankly, you guys have said a lot, that Pop is probably going to coach until he physically can't do it anymore. That time may have arrived. Coaching the Spurs, of course, is very important to him, but his health and safety is first and foremost. You know, the stress of the job, just the amount of energy it takes to do it. If he physically can't do it, then he shouldn't. So first and foremost, thoughts and prayers, get better, Pop. And obviously, we'll keep you all updated as much as I can from there. Let's get into the news with Sochan. Yeah, this news sucks too. The Spurs announced some bad news on Tuesday. Jeremy Sochan, who didn't play the second half of the game against the Clippers because of injury, suffered a fracture on his left thumb that will require surgery. The franchise didn't provide a timeline for his return. I have no idea, guys. 4 to 6 weeks, maybe more, depends on the surgery. This is a huge loss for the Spurs. He was playing terrific. Let's get back in the article. It seems like Sochan suffered the injury while trying to get a steal and ultimately fouling James Harden with 3:31 to go in the second quarter. And I'll admit, when I was watching this game live, I didn't catch this play, but we're going to catch it right here. So Sochan's on the logo chasing Harden right now. And then, he goes like that, immediately grabs his hand. And you know what? Sometimes that's all it takes. Just a little reach in and thumb is broken. And anyway, it's terrible timing for the Spurs, which were getting close to being injury-free as Devin Vassell neared his return and Trey Jones was making progress. Jones out with an ankle injury. Devin Vassell out still with the injury and surgery he had last year. For Sochan, it's probably last season. For Sochan, it's probably incredibly frustrating to not be able to suit up and continue what has been a fantastic start to the season. Whoops, we're running off a little bit there. Let me move this over just a little bit. There we go. My apologies. The versatile forward was averaging 15.4 points per game, 7.7 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, and had taken a step forward on defense. He had taken a step forward on everything. Replacing him will be tough. And Spurs fans, who's he get replaced with? Stephon Castle in the starting lineup to give us, still give us some defense. But at this point, less offense. Does Calvin Johnson come off the bench? And then doing that, what's that do to our bench unit? Vassell should return soon. Please, very soon. So he could simply slot in. Wow, what is going on? So he could simply slot in at shooting guard while Julian Champagnie and Harrison Barnes man the forward spots. That probably will be the immediate fix. A unit featuring Chris Paul, Victor Wembanyama, and 3 outside threats should do well on offense. The issue is on the other end, where Sochan always tasked with guarding the opponent's best perimeter player, and he had been doing a good job with that this year for sure. The second unit could also struggle, which they have at times, even more than it has so far with him gone. Sochan did a lot when sharing the floor with mostly subs, from providing ball handling and driving ability to screening and driving as a center. He was playing center, wasn't he? The good news is the Spurs will play 8 of their next 10 games at home, and they'll face some weak opponents during that stretch. All right, so my apologies for fumbling my words. It's a lot to take in with the Sochan news and the Pop news. I knew about this, did not expect the Pop news. As far as Jeremy's concerned, he was making great strides this year. The already mentioned defense, scoring was up. A big part of what the Spurs have, I believe we're still top 5 defense, aren't we? And he was much more efficient, scoring much better than he ever has in his career in the paint. His field goal percentage right now is a career high 51%. Sure, he's still a dud from three-point land, but much more efficient scoring than his last 2 seasons where he had a combined field goal percentage of only 44%. Some of you are already talking about Jeremy Sochan as a possible most improved player candidate. I guess the tank for Cooper Flag crowd's going to be happy. He's out. Hopefully, don't celebrate one of our guys being injured, but you can see pieces of a team that can win some games here and there. And then you have what happened with the Clippers where the train went off the rails and then just things completely fell apart in the second quarter and the fourth quarter. I don't know. I don't like making these type of videos. I obviously don't like making injury videos. Those are never fun to talk about. The pop news is really because we know it appears to be worse than we thought, but we're also so in the dark about this. The Spurs are not releasing information. Hey, we got to respect that. There are HIPAA laws. You don't have to release medical information. They can just get to a point where he's not able to coach anymore, and that's it. And he stepped down. Who knows? But best of luck to both of them. We need both of them on the court. And as far as our Spurs, well, we'll be live tonight for the Rockets and the Blazers. I think we'll be doing a giveaway tomorrow night for the Blazers game. Hopefully Miss TSR can make that one. It's Dominic Klingon against Stefan Castle. Literally not against one another because they play different positions, but former UConn teammates battling each other for the first time. And something else I want to tell you guys. Shoot. I don't want to sit here and just think for forever because, I don't want to waste your time. Crap. Oh! I said this in community notes, and I wanted to address this in a video. So apparently against the Clippers, when I was going through the box score, which usually takes me, 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever, it's the game stats at the end of the game, there were a couple of super chats that I missed. When I got done with the box scores, I scrolled up a little bit. I didn't see anything. Usually YouTube keeps the super chat sticker icons or something to notify you there was a super chat on the top. That wasn't there, so I was like, okay, no super chats to address. It's late. I got to work in 6 hours. I'm tired and called it a night, and I missed a few, and I am very, very sorry I did that. I don't like missing things like that. It happens rarely on the channel, but it happened multiple times, and my deepest, sincerest apologies to those that super chatted and I missed those. I guess moving forward, what I'll have to do is, after doing the game stats, or what I need to do is just make sure I scroll as far up as I can to where I recognize maybe a few comments or whatever, because I don't like having to tell folks I miss them, and I certainly can't imagine super chatting a channel, hoping your super chat gets read, and then the YouTuber signs off, and you're like, well, hey, what are you doing, man? So, again, I'm sorry. Try to do better do better, suck less, as my buddy Will says. We'll try to do that, and we will do that moving forward. In regards to this, drop a comment down below. Are you more concerned now about the pop situation? Do not comment various diseases. I've already seen people putting fake reports about what's happening to them. Don't put stuff like that until we actually know. And then the sewing situation. Your thoughts? It sucks, right? I think even the Jeremy Sochan naysayers were at least hopefully a little happy in how he's playing this year. Anyways, hope to see you in the chat tonight. Hit the Sochan Sports channel. It's time to become part of our awesome Spurs community. Until next time, thank you, and as always, go Spurs go. Ready